What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here, and today we're going to be talking about 5 football cards that are on the rise. We are 2 weeks in and the market is starting to adapt to good play. I'm really excited about some of these guys. It's kind of surprising, and then others we know why their prices are going up. I'm really excited though. Football season is back. My Browns might be playing well, might not be playing well, but either way, it's nice to have football back on Sundays. But if you do enjoy this one, make sure to give it a like, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button because I'm coming out with new videos about sports and sports cards almost every single day. Hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss a single one of my episodes. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this one. At number 5, it's a guy that I am personally a fan of. He's on a team that is seemingly trying to lose all of their games and trying to tank to get that number 1 spot, but it's gonna be Gardner Minshew. This is his rookie prism, and like I said, yes, I know that they are 1-2 and they just lost this Thursday against some Fitzmagic and the Dolphins, but for whatever reason, I think people are realizing that Gardner Minshew is a little bit better than advertised, and honestly, in my opinion, he has been getting quite disrespected. If you go back to last year's Rookie of the Year, just looking at his stats for this year, he has 6 touchdowns and a completion percentage of 73%. Not too shabby for Gardner Minshew, a guy who last season wasn't really hyped up at all, but had a very good season last year. As we take a look at his card ladder's performance, his last one sold of this exact same card was on 9/24 for $32. At one point, you could have bought this exact same card on 7/12 for only $3.25. Guys, $3.25 up to the almost $40 mark. That is an insane ROI. I know it's not quite the biggest number, but that ROI, you are going to be hard pressed to beat that. So Gardner Minshew, again, number 5 on today's list. All right, now at number 4, it's gonna be kind of an I told you so moment. If you guys have been rocking with the channel, you know that months and months ago, I said, hey, take a flyer on this guy. His cards are super cheap, and it's gonna be none other than Derek Carr. Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Man, that is still so weird to be saying, but he is playing well. He's got his team at 2-0, and let me tell you, he is absolutely leading that team. They are looking really good out in the desert, and I'm really excited for them and for this card. The card we're talking about here today is his 2014 Prism PSA 10 turned throwing. This one is a good-looking card. Prism, of course, among the most popular cards that you can get out there. Panini's done a very good job of establishing their flagship brand as the flagship brand to get when it comes to football and basketball cards. Carr led the Raiders last week with 284 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. Nice game in the Vegas Raiders home opener. Just really good stuff if you're a fan of the Raiders or have a bit invested in Derek Carr. If we take a quick look at his performance on the ladder, way back on 6/30, you could have bought this for just under $100. And more recently on 9/23, it sold for almost $400. Derek Carr is a perfect example of one of those guys that might not be talked about so much, but when he starts playing well, which of course he is right now, and the Raiders are looking real good, he is going to be a guy that popped off, and I'm really excited that he did because it was a guy I've bought into. I hope you guys did as well. But yeah, Derek Carr gonna be number 4 on today's list. All right, number 3 on the list today is going to be Josh Allen, his PSA 10 Optic. So Josh Allen has been playing so well. He's got his and has posted back-to-back career highs in yards, posting 312 week 1 and 417 week 2. Not to mention he's got 6 touchdowns and no interceptions to boot. His last sale on 9/24 for this card was $242. Way back, you could have bought it for $100 on 7-11. So not even that long ago. As you can see, this graph, slow uptick. That's what you want to see. That means it's not built off of hype. It's not built off anything other than performance. And that's really what I like to see when I'm looking at players to invest in for kind of a longer, maybe towards the playoffs, because honestly, that division, I think it's very clear it's their division to lose. Yes, the Patriots are still there with Cam Newton. As we saw last week, they're not the same Patriots. They lost, almost had a great comeback, but I feel like the old school Patriots would have gotten the job done with Tom Brady at the helm. All right, moving on to the number 2 football card going up in value this week, and our only position player on the entire list. It's going to be none other than the Atlanta Falcons' number 2 receiver, apparently, Calvin Ridley. This is his PSA 10 Prism. So this card, as you can see, a nice looking card. I know a lot of people love Prisms, but Calvin Ridley has been leading this team receiving wise so far this season. Yes, they did, in Falcons fashion, blow a 20-point lead last week against the Cowboys. A great comeback for the Cowboys. But still, you can't take away the fact that this card is on fire right now. It is absolutely going nuts. And it has a lot to do with Calvin Ridley's 16 receptions for 231 yards. Not to mention 4 touchdowns so far this season. He is playing really well, despite the fact that the Falcons have been struggling so far this year. As we take a look at his graph, the last one sold on 9/24, forget this, $379. You can see that was a massive spike. Back on 7/9, you could have bought this exact same card for $44, guys. You know, I said before the season started to kind of diversify, maybe invest in wide receivers and running backs. It's not only about quarterbacks, and Calvin Ridley is proving that to be correct. I'm super excited that he is popping off how he has. And it leaves the door open for more non-quarterback players to really explode. So as long as you can get in at the right time, you can make money off of these non-quarterback players. At number 1, it's going to be Tom Brady. This is the 2000 Bowman PSA 10. This is by far the most expensive card on this list. And I don't know if it's only because the Bucs won their first game of the year just last week, or if it's just the Tom Brady effect. We all know he's considered to be the GOAT. He is the guy. And as time goes, his cards will slowly trickle up. But his card last week did spike somewhat hard. And it's really exciting to see these really expensive cards jump prices almost overnight. Just last week, he threw for 217 yards in a victory over the Panthers. He threw a touchdown and he threw a pick, which kind of leads me to believe that this is just the Tom Brady effect and not necessarily based on his performance. But honestly, it's probably a little bit of both. As we take a look at the graph here, most recently, it sold on 9/15 for $6,200. You could have got this on 6/27 for only $4,000. So that is an insane amount of money to be made right there if you've already got this. And guys, remember, this is not the Chrome version. This is just the base. So I just wanted to point this one out just because if you compare it to the Chrome version, they're both making money. You're both doing great on both of them. But I really wanted to point out the paper version because a lot of people are already priced out of the Chrome one. So there you have it. There are 5 football cards exploding. I wanted to get this video out right before tomorrow's games. If you guys are playing fantasy football, good luck. If you guys are investing, good luck. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to like it. It is the easiest way to tell YouTube that this is valued content. And if you made it this far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, coming out with new videos almost every single day about sports and sports cards. And don't forget to hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss a single episode. Thank you all so much. Like I said in the last video, we are charging towards 3,500 subscribers. You all have been amazing. If you want to join a community of like-minded hobbyists, get in on the most recent trends, what people are thinking, pick people's brains, join my Discord server. It's a really awesome community. I'm really happy with it so far. We've got over 300 people in there, and it would be great if you would join. That link will be below. And if you want to help support the content and go a step further, you enjoy what I'm doing here, you want to help me continue to do it, hit up my Patreon over at patreon.com/LessAlex, and you can check that out. I thank you all so much. You guys can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter if you want. We can chop it up. I always respond to DMs. I appreciate you all. And until next time, keep cracking packs, keep collecting. I will see you all in the next one.